Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match preview. Fleetwood Town versus Everton. Carabao Cup second round. A potential banana skin for Everton. This one.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Obviously we played.
Everton's favourite competition.
Is it?
No,
Far
definitely not.
from it. We played a Highbury a couple of years ago, didn't we? And beat them 5-2 under Carlo in the third round. That time. It'll be different this time, won't it?
Yeah, it's always these teams. You always get tough games, and their cards usually up for it, and the players always trying to prove a point against obviously a bigger side. So it'll be a tough game for Everton. I think, did we play them? Was it with fans at that game? Or was no fans. Was it? It was behind closed doors, wasn't it? Yeah. So Fleetwood would be. I think any time you play a team at that level, you always know it's going to be a bit of a slog, especially at their place as well. So Everton's got to do a professional job, really go there, get an early goal, quiet the crowd, and just do a professional performance, really.
It is going to be tough because obviously we're not in, even though I think the performances have been all right.
Yeah,
we've got nothing at the top end of the pitch. That are really, in terms of nothing's really clicked yet. We haven't got a focal point, and it's dead interesting, I think, because what does he do, Frank Lampard, with this game? Because does he play like Salomon Rondon again, knowing we go to Brentford at the weekend with no other striker in the squad? Now, if Everton are confident they'll have a forward in by the weekend who's fit and ready to go, you can play Rondon and go, well, we've got X coming in on Thursday, he'll be done, and we can play him on Saturday. Or do you risk playing Rondon and think, gets an injury in this one, again we're left with nobody, because it looks like Delhi's going to be on his way out, so even he isn't even it wouldn't appear to be an option at the time of recording. So what does he do? Does he go with some players who he has to protect, or does he change the team totally for you?
I think you probably have to play him, because you need that physicality up front against teams like these, because they are going to make it difficult. And I think with the front three we've had up front recently, I think it would probably play into Fleetwood's hands a bit more, where if you have Rondon, at least you know he's going to give you a bit up front, and he's going to put himself about in regards to the physical side of the game. So I think even if you can get 45, 50 minutes out of Rondon, it's more minutes into his legs as well. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not even 100% he probably would start against Brentford at the weekend, even if they go into it. I wouldn't be sold on he'd definitely start the game, even if he didn't have a striker still. Because I think he would go for a potential counter-attack maybe against Brentford, but I think you probably have to start him, because literally there's nobody else as well. And I think he might want to give Anthony Gordon maybe a game out as well. I think he'll probably bring in McNeil and maybe keep Gray in there and keep Rondon up front.
Does he go, for you, does he go strong, or do you think it'll be like Begovic in goal and Michael Keane and Van Agri and players?
Yeah, I think he'll make a few I think he'll probably make maybe 5 or 6 changes.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he might just half and half, maybe half changes. So I think you said there, I think you'll probably see Begovic come in, Keane come in, maybe Coleman as well.
Yeah.
And then maybe you might see Onana hopefully get his first full start as well. Maybe give him 60, 70 minutes as well.
Alan as well, maybe. He's not played any games.
So I think you've got a chance to get still some players who probably, at the end of the day, even with those players you just mentioned, we should be going into that game winning the game with the players that we bring in. Even though they're not amazing squad players, but they're capable players who can come in and do a job. Alan's fine. Seamus Coleman, you know what you get with Seamus, and Michael Keane the same, really. So I think it's the type of game where you could maybe give a bit of a breather after the last 3 games we've had. So,
what about someone like young Tom Cannon? Because obviously Ellis Sims isn't there. Lewis Dobbin, who actually played against Fleetwood on Saturday for Derby County, is on loan. Obviously Nathan Broadhead, who scored the winner at Wigan, for Wigan rather, at the weekend, much to a lot of fans' dismay. They're the young strikers who are at the club now. So is there a shout for maybe Tom Cannon, who's had a really good start to the under-21 season? Is there a shout for him maybe on the bench?
I think so, yeah. I think at the end of the day, if you look at our bench at the moment, and I imagine there'll be a few who'll probably be left at home on Tuesday. So I'd rather have a Tom Cannon on the bench rather than, I don't know, a player who he's not even hoping to bring on maybe in the game. And like you said, his form's been decent in the under 21s, and it also maybe giving him opportunities to show a few teams at that level who might want to loan him as well.
Yeah, that he can do a job.
Yeah, he could maybe do a job as well. So I think if you're comfortable with 20 minutes to go, there's no harm bringing him on for 15, 20 minutes at the end and see what he can do. And if he gets a goal, brilliant for the lad, and it only builds his reputation hopefully up more. That's all we can do from our side of it. Everton just got to go there, be professional, get the job done, take the game a serious game, because at the end of the day, we're all fans. Until we're out the cup, we all think we can win the cup.
Well,
do you know
the
what I mean?
thing about it, we haven't won a game this season, so it's
confidence as well.
Confidence, momentum builder maybe. I know people might laugh at that and go, it's Fleetwood, we should. Well, we should, but football's about winning. Once you start winning, you get into the habit. We've not won yet. You know, it'd be nice to add a couple of goals and really get the rhythm going and take that into Saturday against Brentford. You know, we're coming off a disappointing result for us, a home draw with Forest. You know, we all feel as fans we should be beating them. So it's an opportunity to win the game, it's an opportunity to get into the next round of the cup and whatever that brings, you know. Yeah. And an opportunity to give players a run out, like you just said. Fleetwood drew 0-0 with Derby at the weekend. Derby had 29 attempts at goal, which is a lot for an away team. So,
a lot.
You know, obviously Everton didn't score. Because 0-0 draw, but you know, obviously we'd hope to be a little bit more clinical on that, and it will be tricky. Let's have a look how Fleetwood lined up at the weekend to see. So, you know, they play with a 4-3-1-2 formation, and I think what's interesting with that is what Everton actually do. This is how Everton lined up at the weekend. So they've gone with a 4-3-1-2. This is how the Blues lined up, obviously been playing 3 at the back this season in a 3-4-3 type situation. I personally would want another midfielder in there. But I wonder if Frank Lampard will use this as an opportunity to go 4 at the back. And maybe play, even though Vinagre is more comfortable as a left wing back, but play at a flat back 4 and you know, do it that way, because the options, I imagine, think like you just said there, Anthony Gordon, he'd probably want to leave out to just not
mentally.
I don't think Chelsea would be that arsed if he played in the Carabao Cup or he hadn't. But I just mean to give him a blow. Rondon, we don't know, like you just said, and he might have to tinker with it in a couple of positions. So I wonder if he'll actually tinker with the formation, or do you think he'll just stick with the 3?
I'd like to see him go 4 at the back against Fleetwood. Just because at the moment, I think, especially if we are going to be looking at making changes, and if we do want to say take a Nathan Patterson out the team for a game and put Seamus in, or he might look at it, Frank might look at it differently and say I want to stay with that formation but bring a Stanley Mills in for Nathan Patterson, something like that, and put Seamus as a third centre back. So I think there's a few options, but I always think against when you play lower league teams, it's playing a 5. It can not a 5, a 3, a 4-3. A lot of people can see the negative side of it, saying, "Oh, you're playing 5 against Fleetwood." You know what I mean? It's not. It's perception, isn't it? A lot of it sometimes, and I think I would like to see us go 4-3-3 or even 4-4-2. But obviously, we haven't got the strikers to probably do that at the moment as well. But I think there's a few options for Frank too. I think there's a few players who are options for him as well. So it'll be interesting. But I think. Looking at Fleetwood as well, they'll probably make it very hard for Everton. First 15-20 minutes. Obviously, their manager Scott Brown, who's a bit of a feisty character as well, back in his Celtic days. And from his point of view, and for their players, it's an audition for some of them who might be highly rated or maybe looking for a move before the deadline day. And it's an audition for the manager as well. Having Everton on your CV as an early manager, it's always good for managers as well. So it's not going to be easy, but at the end of the day, we should be beating teams like Fleetwood really, and we should be getting the job done and going into the next round. And like I said before, until we're out the cup, you always hope that we can win something as well. So
and all due respect to them, their fans will probably think they should beat us, but it's a cup tie. You know, anything can happen. We've been on the end of these before where we've lost, so you know, we've got, it is about the attitude, right, and for their players as well, it's a chance to, I'm sure Scott Brown will make a few changes with lads who are on the fringe, and it's a chance for them to stake their claim, isn't it, for getting into the side on a regular basis, exactly the same as it is for our players who haven't been getting a go, and I wonder if the likes of Reece Welsh should be involved as well. So be an interesting game, and hopefully Everton can get a bit of momentum, because we need it.
Yeah.
There you go. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Fleetwood Town away in the Carabao Cup second round. What should Frank do? Should he make the changes, or should he stick with Italy's best side and try to build some momentum? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and if you want to become a Toffee TV Premier member, the link is in the description. Big thanks to Steve. We'll see you later.